That looks a bit weird. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Tel Cockerel. Friday, 1st of November, new month, 1st of November. Still predictions, week 10. I hope everybody that is here is well and happy in the things that you're doing. Sorry, I'm being taken away by saying hello to people. Right, yeah, caught up with everyone now. I've caught up with everyone I think I've needed to catch up with that's here so far. Yeah, I hope you're all well. 1st of November. There we go. Turn that down a bit. 1st of November. It's predictions week 10. Hope you're all well. And yeah, I hope you have a great weekend after you do your predictions, both in predictions and in anything else you choose to do this weekend. Hope you and your families are all well. Right, start off with by saying that today we will have, like I said at the last, when I did the results show, we are having 4 bonus games today. And the 4 bonus games all come in the FA Cup. And it will be a game. 1 bonus match will be tonight, 1 bonus match will be Saturday, 1 bonus match Sunday, and the bonus match from Monday. So it's the 10 predictions that we normally do and 4 FA Cup predictions. So for those that are in the show, that you will get to it. As you've seen with the previous results, some people put in the comments after the stream, they put in their results, but they forget to put in, or they don't put in the bonus predictions because they haven't watched the show and they haven't played it on playback. Even if you watched it towards the end, you know, if you don't care what anyone else is predicting, as long as you watch it towards the end, you can get what the bonus games are. So without further ado, we have 26 of you in here at the moment. And out of 26, I've only got 19 likes. So the likes that we have do not match the amount of people that we have in the show. That's a tad bit. And what I've done, instead of putting it up on a banner, I've got it down as a ticker tape at the bottom. So where are we? We are with good afternoon. I've said good afternoon to everyone, I hope. There's Adrian. I've said good afternoon to him. And I've said, afternoon, Adrian. Guess as the leader, you're here early and eager. Got Kuva, who's having certain issues at the moment. And I've gone back to him and said, I hope that they resolve themselves quickly. Big John is here. I've said, good afternoon, Big Bad John, marching on together. David Clark was here, said hi to everyone in the chat. Hope you're all well. And I then responded back, good afternoon, DC from Leicester. We have Potato Stew here, and I said good afternoon to Potato Stew as well. His chat's working this week, which is good. Miss David Clark says, my predictions have gone to the dogs. I swear at the moment, if I pick my nose, my arse would bleed. Big John says, I got 12 points and still didn't move anywhere. Did you not, Big John? Did you not? You were hovering around near enough the top 20, weren't you? Yes, so you were 20th. So other people around you got points, obviously, or the people around you ended up getting more. I think Johnny Bethnal Green jumped, and that's because he's got more correct scores than you, and it's probably jumped up further. But there's always time to catch up. You got Carl here, says, big up Jose, anyone in the chat? I've said good afternoon to Carl. Big up Jose from Finn. I've said good afternoon to Finn as well in the chat. Alan says, hi, how's anyone in the chat? Happy Friday and happy November the 1st. I have said hello to Alan as well. Mikey Romero says, afternoon all. And then I've gone back to Mikey and said, good morning, because it's morning for Mikey. And it's morning, like I said, to Alan, because it's Alan's morning as well. We've got Graham here, says, good afternoon to Jose and all in the chat. Good afternoon, Graham. Mikey Romero says, hope all is well with everyone. Then we have, who else do we have here? We have got afternoon from Ronnie. And then we've got afternoon from Rob Belcher. Says good afternoon to all you old tellers. And I've said good afternoon to Rob. So Rob's there. Good afternoon to Colin as well. So I've got Colin and Ronnie. Nita has come in, said hi, Jose, and all in the chat. I hope you're all well. And I've gone back and I've responded and said good afternoon, Miss Nita. Wiz is here saying, are we still waiting? But I've said good afternoon to Wiz as well. afternoon from Drew Lala. Says afternoon, Jose and the Cockerel crew. I have gone out at and said good afternoon to Drula. Mikey Romero is saying, is this some type of silent prediction? I don't know what it means there. Finn says, hi, Jose. Oh, hi, Jose. I've got to run out, but I'll leave the predictions in the comments. Okay, Finn, if you've got to run out, you might miss out if you miss the bonus games. Who else we got in here? Richard is here. Says hello all. I've said hello to Richard as well. Did I catch up? I am just sending you all love, says Nita. Dragon D's Nuts. Good afternoon, Dragon. Now, you're one that I haven't said hello to. Hello, Dragon D's Nuts. I hope you are well, sir. I hope you are. I hope you're here to participate today, and we can get you on our board as well. Yeah, Ronnie's got the right idea. Says smash the like button. And then we've got James. James here says, good afternoon, good evening, Jose. Or to everyone, good afternoon, good evening to you, James. I hope you're well, sir. I hope you're here. So who have I missed? Did I miss someone? Yeah, James. James is here. And then you've got Chris Peters. Chris Peters is here. Let me add Chris Peters to the list, because it's easier for me as I've seen people saying, why is he delayed starting? And the reason why I delayed starting is because I've been working in the background trying to grab people as I saw them coming into the show. So it makes it easier for me to then do the predictions. Destiny, as per usual. Yes, you are always here just after the show starts, but you're here in time. Let me just add these people that I can see, and I will say hello to them as well. And I have James. So James is here. And I see Hanno's here. And I also see right, Destiny 5 is here. So I see just the Destiny again. So let me add Destiny to the list. There we go. We've got Destiny in there. Gus Parker's in there. And I will say hello to you. Just that I see you popping and appearing, and I'm going to add you. I have Hanno here as well. Hello, Hanno. I hope you're well, sir. Hanno is with his normal handle and not Coach's Corner. So we've got Hanno here. And then I've just got to find James. Where's James? James will be further down because James always leaves his stuff. Oh, he has been leaving them in the comments. So we have James here as well. James. Right, so let me go back then to add to afternoon Jose in the chat. Good afternoon, Chris. Up the Chelsea, big up and hi to all. Hanno, I'd love to see what people's predictions are for the Chelsea this weekend and yours. And also thanks to everyone who keeps giving me a membership. Yeah, I was going to put a comment about that in the section to say that people should allow gifts because we have such a giving community that you might end up getting one. Gus Parker says hello to yous all, so it's a good afternoon to you, Gus, then as well. We've got 29 watching at the moment and only 23 likes, so some people are not matching the likes. I'm late, says Destiny. All good, Jose. I hope you're well. Yeah, I am. Started the Walking Dead series for the 4th time, hence why I was late. Kuva, all received, mate, all received. And then do we have anyone more? No, at the moment, I believe that I have all the people that we need to have at the moment to start. I didn't know Igor a gift. Just saying thank you, says Rory's War. Right. So at the moment, I have got a load of people in here that I believe that are in the show at the moment. And if that being the case, if anyone wants to join in that hasn't done so already, you're more than welcome to do so. It is on subscription only, so subs only are the only people that can comment. And the reason why I've done that is because why am I going to put all the work and effort into this for people that are not subscribed? So therefore, that's why we are like this. So the first game. So if people are not subscribed yet, subscribe. And then after you subscribe, then you can put your predictions in. Everyone is welcome to join. We want to grow the league, but I will only do it for subscribers only. I'm not going to do it for people, you know, just flying by and that, because it's a lot of time and effort, and I'd rather do it for the people that really do want to get involved. And we'll come back for more and more of it. Right. So with that being said, the first game of the weekend, people, is Newcastle versus Arsenal. This is the 12:30 kickoff on Saturday. So it's a 12:30 kickoff on Saturday. And just as we've done that, Alan, oh, is it Alan? Yeah, it is Alan. Alan has kindly gifted 5 channel memberships. That's very kind of you, Alan. And for these have gone to Jeff Badgery, George Kadaris, Lee Smithy Smith, Ryan G, and Spurs Ninja. So Ryan has just come into the chat. Ryan, you've just been gifted a channel membership by Alan. It's there on screen. So Dragon D's Nuts. Lovely. I've got Dragon D's Nuts to add to this list. So Dragon D is a new player for this week or for this season. Dragon D. I've got to get Dragon's name right here. Dragon D. Let me have a look if I can see it. Dragon D's. There's loads of E's in there and nuts. Right. Dragon D's. Nuts. Lovely. Got Dragon D's nuts in there, which is good. And we'll middle that one to there. Right. So what do we have so far? So we have Rob Belcher is coming in the 0-1. Let me find Rob is here. 0-1. Then we have Graham at 1-2. Graham on the 1-2 is there. Then we have DC at 1-2. DC is also at 1-2. And then we have Alan at 2-2. 2 apiece for Alan. Then we have Alan at 2 apiece. Big John 1-3. Big John at 1-3. I'll tell you what, some of these people are not worried about Arsenal's defensive injuries, are they? Because they're all like gunning that Arsenal are going to win. Gus Parker is 0-1. But you're all entitled to put your own predictions in. Who am I to say that you are right or wrong? Because there are currently 9 in front of me. So you're probably right and I'm the one that's wrong. Cole is 2-1. Mikey Romero is 3-2. Then we have Lee Wiz at 1-3. And then we have Drew Lala at 2-2. Drew Lala 2-2. And then we have Adrian, the leader, Eager Beaver, and the leader at 1-2. Richard is at 2-2. Richard, where's Richard? Where's Richard? I need to find Richard. Where's Richard? There. Cut Richard in. And I think I saw Cooper put a result in, so I'm going to cut Cooper in as well. All right, so Richard has gone for 2 apiece. So Richard is at 2 apiece. James loves Spurs. James is going for 1-2. Let me just pull this up a bit further. Nita is 2-1. 2-1 for Nita. Colin Blackshaw is 1-3. Dragon D's is 1-2. Right, Dragon D's have to highlight him to show that he's a new player this week. So any scores that he gets will be in blue. And then we have Chris Peters 1-2. Chris Peters 1-2. Potato Stew is 0-2. Kuva is 2 apiece. So a Daigle for Kuva. Destiny is 2-0. Destiny 5. 2-0 for Destiny. Dan Coys is here. And so good afternoon, Dan. Small down to you because you always say big up. So I'm going to say small down to you, Dan. Small down to you. And we also have Paul G here. Good afternoon, Paul. I hope you're well, sir. And Dan, also, I hope you are well. Nice to see you both here. Let me just add you to the ever-growing list for today's people. Still a few off, but they might catch up in the chat. Dan Coys, you have gone for, you're saying good afternoon, but you've put a result in. Big up 1-0, so 1-0 home win. For Dan, Paul G has come in. Ryan G has also come in. It's 1-2. Let me just get Ryan G up. Ryan G at 1-2. Right. Good afternoon, Ryan, sir. 1-2. Right, we've got Ryan G. Hi, Jose. Well, I missed it. We're on the first game now, mate. We're on the first game now, which is Newcastle Arsenal. Ronnie's going for a 1-1 draw. Hanno's going for 2-1. So Hanno's gone 2-1. Ronnie's gone for 1-1. Good afternoon, Jesse. I hope you're well, sweetheart. I hope you're well. I hope everything's gone well. Good afternoon to you. Is this the first game? It is the first game. Paul G's going in at 2-0. Jess, are you up to playing? Do you want to play, Jess? If you do, we are on the first game, which is Newcastle Arsenal. Only if you're up for it, let us know. A lot of people shared the love for Jess, hoping that everything went well yesterday. Yeah, we got Jess coming in at 1-2. Thank you very much, Jess. You have been missed. I'm going to just put you in as JSY because it's the easiest way for people to see you. Just a simple JSY. So JSY has gone 1-2. Right, I think that might be everybody that we have in the chat at the moment. I have not. If someone's gone 2-1 to Arsenal and they've done it like that, David, I'll be very honest with you. I've probably put it in as 2-1. And the reason why I've done that is because, yeah, you're quite right. It's too much fiddling about if you keep looking at different scores. So if someone's put 2-1 Arsenal, I may have gone in and put it in as 1-2. And if I have, that's because of the way you guys have written it. So Hanno, it was you. So Hanno, I've given you a 2-1 because it's not the home team. The home team, Hanno, right? Quite clearly. Oops, sorry. The home team is Newcastle. So your score has gone in at 2-1, Hanno. I don't do 2-1 to Arsenal. I go by the score. That's why I show the prediction. That's why I show it there. Destiny, I have yours, sir. The only person that I've got missing is Finn, who was here on the show earlier, but said he was going to leave them. So I've now dropped Finn. I haven't got Finn's, but I understand where Finn is. So what I'm going to do quickly is I'm going to take Finn out. and if I take Finn out, if he comes back, then I can put him in. So like that, I haven't got anyone mistaken. Bear with me a second. Who have I got? Right. So yeah, I have everybody's at the moment. So let me just type that all in. Right, I've got everybody's at the moment. Side dancer. Good afternoon, Sai. You're just in time. We were going to move on to the second game. But side dancer, as you're here, no worries, my friend. We shall get you in. Side dancer is going for 1-2. Right. And that is everyone. I've got everyone's. So we are going on to the second game. And the second game for you guys is Bournemouth versus Man City. And by the way, Arsenal have lost loads of defenders for this weekend. And Isak and Anthony Gordon are back for Newcastle. Just saying. Oh, by the way, I've gone for Newcastle to win 2-0. Sorry, forgot to give my score. 2-0. I've gone for Newcastle to win in that game. Bournemouth 1-2. Kuva's the first, and the Kuva's in the chair, as they say, because he was the first one in. So Kuva's gone for 1-2. Gus Parker has gone for 2-1. And then we have Spurs GCTV has gone 1-2. Two away 1-2s for Graham. Drew has gone for 1-3. Drew Lala has gone for 1-3. Alan has gone for a Daigle. Alan, that's 2 Daigles on the spin for you, Al. Jesse's gone for 1-2, so that's 2 1-2s on a trot for Jesse. And then you've got Lee Wiz is going in at 2-all. So the Wiz is saying 2-2. Big Bad John 1-4. God, John sees goals in the Premiership this week. John sees goals. Sir Rob Belcher has gone in at 1-2. Sir Rob at 1-2. And then we have Nita has gone in at 3-1. Gus is saying, what's your pick, Jose? I think I've already said it, what my pick was. If you're looking at the first game, I've gone for 2-0 Newcastle. Dragon D's Nuts has gone for 1-3. 1-3. Whilst we're here, people, you will know, because you would have received reminders. Carl Simpson 1-3. You would receive reminders for Predict the Prem and Fantasy Football. It's the games actually kick off tomorrow in the Premiership, so you still got a few hours to change it, but there is an early game tomorrow. So if you're going to make any changes to your teams and your lineups, please do so. And your predictions, please remember to get them in if you want to make them count. Dan Coys is going for a 0-2. Ronnie's going for 1-3. Ryan G is going for 0-2. And then we have Colin Blackshaw, 2-3 for Colin. 2-3 for Colin. And then we have a 0-2 for Destiny 5. And then we have the leader has gone for 0-2. Adrian, the leader, 0-2. Paul G is also gone for 0-2. Are these people copying the leader? I wonder. DC's gone 1-3. 1-3. And then we have Sai has gone 0-3. There we have Sai 0-3. Can I just say that there's 36 people watching. If you want to play and you want to enter predictions, subscribe, enter your predictions, and I'll get you on. because I'm only doing it for subs only. So if you want to come and join in the predictions league, you're more than welcome to do so. But this show is for subscribers to partake. Raw, Richard is going 1-3. And then we have James at 0-2. Potato Stew at 1-3. And after Potato Stew, we have Chris Peters at 1-2. Drula, who's Arsenal missing, Jose? Gabriel, Cauliflower, whatever his name is, Calafiori is missing as well. So basically, the defenders, Saliba, I think, is back. I think Saliba's back tomorrow. I think Ben White will be there. Kivior, I think, is out as well. So really, Ben White, I know Ben White and possibly Saliba. Kivior's out as well. So just know that they've got loads of defenders missing tomorrow. Odegaard is out as well. And so is another one of their boys. But they're not in the defence. But another two of their boys are definitely out as well. Hanno, you're a good lad. All you got to do is put 1-3. Don't put who it's for. Just put the result as it reads. So 1-3 as it reads, because it's Bournemouth versus Newcastle. Sorry, Bournemouth versus Manchester City. So as it reads, Mikey Romero is also going at 1-3. So we have Mikey at 1-3. You're saying that Gabriel is available, Ronnie, but they said today, Arteta said that he could probably be out tomorrow. Calafiori, we've got Calafiori, White, Odegaard are out for Arsenal. Yeah, I've heard they might be both out. James definitely need to win. Smash the likes is what Destiny's saying. I agree. So is Jess, and I agree. And so is Ryan, and I agree. Odegaard may even be back, says Ryan G. He's out. He's out. Cauliflower, James loves Spurs. Cauliflower, Deji will like that one. I call him Cauliflower, always have done. Dragon D's, I can see what you've done, and that's not a problem at all. But then you're missing the FA Cup games. So if you rewatch this at a later stage and you catch the end towards the end of the show, you'll see what the 4 games are in the FA Cup. And then if you leave them at the end of the stream when it's finished, then I will add them to it. So it's not a problem. Tommy Arsu, Gabriel is available. The arse, who cares? She doesn't. And then you've got Dragon D's nuts. Sorry, just gonna add Dragon D's because otherwise I miss it. So I'm just gonna do whether they're in the right order or not. I'm just gonna put the plug them in because 2-1, 4-0. I'm just gonna plug them in whether they're in the order of games or not. I don't know. 1-0. It's a bit 1-0. 1-1. 1-1. 2-1. 3-3 and 2-2. Right, so what we've got here, we've got sorry, as I was going off the reports from last night, didn't hear his press conference today. Calamari, you mean? No, I call him Cauliflower. So Calafiori. So I just call him Cauliflower. Arteta's doing his mind games if possible. And then you've got Cauliflower, my new for the mop head. Destiny 5. Right. Yeah, sorry. Carl, Arteta doing his mind games. Today, it was actually the person who did the mind games today was Pep. If you saw any of the conferences that happened today, the person that did the mind games was Pep. Pep turned around and said, there are players that have got knocks and stuff like that, but he didn't give away any injuries. So when Sky normally asks what injuries you got for the week, He just said, yeah, we've got players. But he never named any players at all. So the only person I've ever heard in a press conference not name the players that are injured, but say there are injuries, is Pep, and Pep did that today. So if you're looking at any mind games, Senor Guardiola did the mind games today. Right, with that being said, we're up to date with the fixtures so far. And 37 people watching, only 30 likes. Oh my lord. And at the moment we have 7 to 33. We've only got 26 playing at the moment. Round table talk. Nick's here. Nick, do you want to give a score for Bournemouth versus Man City? Do you want to give a score for Bournemouth Man City, Nick? And good morning to you, by the way, Nick. I hope you are well, sir. I hope you and the family are well. Let me just add you to the list of people. So there we go. We have got round table talk, Nick. So, Nick, are you going for your usual 2-1? Nick's going for 2-1, so that's his usual. So, Nick, in that case, you've only missed one game. So, what's your score, Nick, for Newcastle versus Arsenal? Two one. There we go. So, Nick, are you doing 2-1 across the board? Because if you are, then it saves me asking you the question, really. Right, third game of the week, people. Third game of the week is Ipswich versus Leicester. What say the crowd? Ipswich. Ed M's here. Right, Ed M, I'm presuming that your 2-all was for the game before. So I will add that. I don't know what you say. Right, and then I've got someone jumped the Drula. Are you going 3-2 for this Ipswich game? Ed, can you just confirm to me that the 2-all draw that you've put down was for, in fact, for Bournemouth versus Manchester City, or was it for Newcastle Arsenal? Because we're on game 3 now, and I'm not understanding. Let me have a look. No. Right, sorry. So I went in a bit early. So, Julia, I saw that. So Ed M is saying Newcastle result is 2-all. Right, okay, Ed. So if that's 2-all, then and you've got this at this is where I get confused all the time. Ed M, you've got 2-all for that, and then you've got 2-3 for this game. So Ed M, I need your fixture score for Bournemouth Man City. If you give me that, Ed, then I'll know what you're giving me. I've got your other two. Bournemouth Man City, please. Right, so I'll start from the top of the dome, which I did, and we have Drula at 3-2. So Drula at 3-2. We then have right. Right, what are my scores for what? So sorry, for Bournemouth versus Man City, I've gone for 0-4, Adrian. Sorry, yeah. With everyone coming in, I'm getting confused. 0-4 Bournemouth Man City is what I've gone for. Who we got here? 2-1 for round table talk. 2-1 for potato stew. 2-1 for potato stew. 2-1 for the potato. 2-1. And then we have Alan is 2-1. Gus, I think, says 2-0. And he does. In fact, Gus says 2-0. And then we have after Gus at 2-0. We have Graham at 2-2 and the Wiz at 2-2. El Wiz. El Wiz, where's the Wiz? The Wiz is up here at 2-2. And then we have Kuva 2-3. Kuva 2-3. And then we have Nita is 2-1. Nita 2-1. And then we have Chris Peters at 2-2. So Daigle for Chris. Chris and Daigle for Chris. Lovely. Got Chris in there. And then we have Sir Rob at 1-0. Mr. Sir Rob Belcher 1-0. And then I have Big Bad John 2-1. And then we've got Carl at 1-2. Mr. Simpson at 1-2. Where's Mr. Simpson? Mr. Simpson, there you go. 1-2. And then we have Ed M 2-3 for the other game. Bournemouth Man City is at 2-3. I don't know. I'll come back to that in a second. Daniel Coy's 1-2. Potato stew 1-1. Did I not just do a score for potato stew? Potato stew, you've given me 2 scores. Oh, potato stew, you're going for 1-1. Okay. I can see that now. You're laughing at someone's 2-1. Okay. DC is going for 1-1. And then we have Colin Blackshaw at a Daigle. Colin Blackshaw is on a Daigle. Where's Colin? Colin's here. Side Dancer at 3-3. Side 3-3. Jesse's going 3-1. 3-1 for Jess. Hanno 2-1. Hanno's getting the hang of this now. It's educational, this, mate. It's educational, this. Richard 2-3. Richard 2-3. And then we have Destiny 3-2. Destiny 3-2. And after Destiny, we have James at 2-1. James 2-1. And then Ed M is going for the 2 for the Newcastle game. I've done the Newcastle game. It's just the Bournemouth game. Man City, I was more worried about. 1-3. Ed M, you're up to date. Thank you very much. Got your 1-3. It's not. If you just do the score is easier. The score is just easier. It's just easier. Paul G 1-0. It's just easier if you put the score in as it reads. Just put the score in. Paul G at 1-0. Who am I missing? I'm missing a couple. Mikey Romero 0-2. Yep, got Mikey. I can see Ronnie's put a score in. 2-1 for Ronnie. And 2-1 for Adrian. And 2-1 for Ronnie. So I think I'm missing one person, which may have done it, but I just haven't got to it yet. And that would be Ryan G. Let me have a look. Ed M, I've got all your scores. So Ryan G, I need to find yours. Ryan G 2-1. Right, I've got everybody and anybody that's in here at the moment, and I have gone for Ipswich 2, Leicester 2 is my score. So it takes us to game 4 of the week, and game 4 of the weekend is Liverpool versus Brighton. What say the crowd on Liverpool versus Brighton? Drula's first in again. Look at that. Drula's flying today. 3-1 for Drula. 2-1 for Graham. 3-0 for Gus. 3-0 for Gus. 3-1 Daniel Coys and the Wiz. So the Wiz has gone 3-1. Daniel Coys has gone 3-1. Who else we got here? We got Jesse's gone 2-1. Jess, Liverpool fan. 2-1. Hanno's gone 2-0. 2-0 for Hanno. Carl Simpson's gone 3-1. Mr. Simpson is 3-1. Mr. Simpson and Mrs. Fox. Ryan G 3-1. And I'm just joking. Ryan G's gone 3-1. Lord Rodney, start with Liverpool Brighton, mate, and you're in for this one. And then I'll come back to you, Lord Rodney. Not worries at all. 2-1 for James. James loves Spurs is going in at 2-1. Mikey Romero at 4-2. Mikey R is coming in at 4-2. And then we have Sai at 3-1. Sai 3-1. And then we have Sir Rob at 5-1. Sir Rob at 5-1. And then we have Edem at 4-2. Colin Blackshaw 2-1. Nita 2-1. So Nita and Colin both 2-1. Both at 2-1. Potato Stew at 3-0. Destiny 4-1. Destiny at 4-1. Richard 4-0. Richard 4-0. David Clark 3-2. 3-2 for David Clark. Alan 3-1. Alan 3-1. Alan 3-1. Kuva 4-3. Sexy result there, Kuva. 4-3 for Kuva. And then we have Lord Rodney at 2-2. So Lord Rodney, just bring your name into the frame to say that you are in. Lord Rodney, did you play last week? No, but you played the week before, so you can't be that far down. And there we go. Lord Rodney, pull him up. And he comes into the game. Lord Rodney. Right, Lord Rodney, I've got you at 2-2. Big Bad John 4-1. Big Bad John 4-1. And then we have Ronnie 3-1. Ronnie 3-1. Adrian at 1-0. Paul G at 2-1. Paul G 2-1. Chris Peters 2-1. Chris E 2-1. And then I think that's it. And Ipswich 2, Leicester 1 for Rodney. Okay. So just for Rodney, because then we can catch up. And he's caught up. Rodney, the first game, mate, is Newcastle v Arsenal. Newcastle v Arsenal, please, Rodney. And anyone that's watching at the moment, if you want to partake, I only ever do this for let's do it switch 2-1. Let's just do it as it appears. So you're talking about 1-3, Rodney, yeah? As it appears. I don't need to know. Just tell me as it appears. So it's 1-3. And now you're saying that you want 1-2. Right. Second game for you, Lord Rodney. And as it appears, please, mate, Bournemouth, Man City. If anyone, there's 38 of you now, but if anyone wants to play, this is subscription only because it's a lot of work, and I'm quite happy to take you on as a new player. Just all you got to do is put the score in the chat, and you'll be included. And if I have to roll back, I will roll back for you as well. Yeah. So Bournemouth, Man City, please, Lord Rodney, and then I can move on to the next game. So the Bournemouth score first, and it makes it easy. You don't have to type as much. Just give me a score. 0-3. You don't even have to type the teams. If you just do it as it reads, then you don't even have to type the teams, lads and ladies. So 0-3 for Lord Rodney. That's good. We move on to the fifth game, and the fifth game of the weekend is Nottingham Forest versus West Ham. But as we do that, I've gone for Liverpool 3, Brighton 0. Liverpool 3, Brighton 0 is what I've gone for. So now we're on Forest versus West Ham. And Forest West Ham, Destiny's the first in. For Forest, it's 3-1 for Destiny. Destiny 5. 3-1 for Destiny. 2-1 for Adrian. 2-1 for, that's not Adrian, is it? Let me just get that right. Adrian is the one below that. Yeah, 2-1 for Adrian. We have a 2-0 for Gus Parker. Gus is going 2-0. And then we have Drula 2-1. Drula 2-1. And then after Drula, we have Graham at 2-1. Graham at 2-1. I have Graham at 2-1, and I have Jesse also at 2-1. First lull. Nita at 2-1. And then after Nita, we have Sir Rob at 2-3. 2-3 for Sir Rob. Where is Sir Rob? Sir Rob's there. 2-3. Kuva at 2-1. Hanno 2-1. After Hanno, we have James Loves Spurs at 2-1. I've got a lot of 2-1s here. Should have just said who fancies 2-1 and then just say yes, 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 and then didn't have to type it in. Alan 2-1. Another one. Mr. Rakdos Madness is at 2-1 as well. Daniel Coy's bucking the trend, going 1-2. And bucking the trend 1-2. Carl Simpson, another 2-1. Kind of ominous this score line, isn't it? If it's anything other than that, then people may be in the points. Potato Stew 1-1. Chris Peters 2-0. Chris is always there or thereabouts. Chris is quite good at this as well. He's always there or thereabouts, Mr. P. 2-0. Big Bad John, it's 2-2. 2-2 with Big Bad John. Richard is also another one with a Daigle. God, we've got some Daigles in the house tonight. Richard is a Daigle as well. And then we have Lord Rodney, 1-0. 1-0 for Lord Rodney. And then after Lord Rodney, we've got David Clark at 2-1. David Clark at 2-1. Lee Wiz at 2-1. Colin Blackshaw 3-2. Find Colin. Where's Colin? And then Blackshaw, there he is, 3-2. And then after Colin, we had Ed M at 2-0. Ed M at 2-0 for Ed M. And then we have Mikey Romero at 1-1. Mikey R at 1-1. And then someone came in after that. Side Dancer at 0-0. I've got a plan this week. It's either going to work a masterclass or fail big time. I'm gambling, says Daniel. Kuba says, should I be worried that my prediction mean it would have to be a record goals weekend in the EPL? Rodney's going for 2-0 now. Rodney, you've gone for 1-0 and now you've gone for 2-0. So I might 2-0. Okay. I'm changing from 1-0 to 2-0 for you, Rodney. I have Ronnie at 2-2. Ronnie at 2. I'm missing 2 people. Quite weird, but I'm missing 2 people at the moment. The 2 people I'm missing, I'm going to have to roll back, are Ryan G and Paul G, and I will roll back to see them. Paul G's a blue one, isn't he? Destiny was the first one in. And Ryan is a Wolves fan. Ryan's just putting it in now, 1-1. Paul G, you're the only person that's missing, mate. If you're still here, Paul G, you're the only person that's missing this score. And I have gone for Nottingham Forest 2, West Ham 2. So I've gone for a 2-2. I've gone for the Daigle in that game as well. So I don't know where Paul G is, but Paul G's missing this game. So the next game for the weekend, what say you guys? Southampton versus Everton. Vindaloo, start with this first game and then we're in. Yeah, Drew, it's either going to be a great prediction week or a bad one, but I'm going for that first place. We're here, Southampton versus Everton, please, Vindaloo, and I will start you there. And then I'll roll round afterwards for you, Vindaloo. I need to find Vindaloo. Vindaloo did last week, so Vindaloo can't be far. Where is Vindaloo? There he is. There he is. Got Vindaloo. Copy, paste in Vindaloo. Get Vindaloo into the game. Right. So, with this game, we are starting with Graham at 1-1. So Graham is going in with a 1-1 draw. And then I've got Ed M at 1-2. Carl Simpson 1-2. Carl Simpson at 1-2. And then we have Gus at 1-2. Gus is here at 1-2. Alan is 0-2. And then we have Dan Coy's 1-2. And then Big John's 1-2. Corey, you lot been in like in a back room somewhere and all decided we're all going to copy each other. James loves Spurs. He hasn't been in that room though, because James loves Spurs has gone for 1-1. So 1-1 for James loves Spurs. Lee Wiz has not been in that room because he's gone for 2-2. The Wiz has gone for 2-2. Drula is next, and Drula's gone in at 1-0. Drula has gone in at 1-0. Jesse's gone in at 2-1 as well. Is there like a Bowser? I don't know if you lot play Switch and the Nintendo games, but there's a Bowser phone that you get, and the Bowser phone sends messages to other players. Nita 1-2. Nita's going for 1-2. Sunita's not on that memo. She's different to the predictions that other people go. Richard's on the memo though. Look, Richard's gone for 2-1 as well. Yeah, these 2-1 memoists. 2-1 for Richard. Maybe, and maybe you've got Alan. Sorry, Nick. Nick has started a trend here, isn't he? This 2-1 scoreline. 1-1 for Adrian. 2-1 for Vindaloo. Vindaloo's another one that's on the old 2-1 bandwagons. Then we have 0-2 for Side Dancer. 0-2 for Side Dancer. And then we have DC at 1-2. 1-2 for DC. And Lord Rodney's gone for 2-1. Lord Rodney's in at 2-1. Mikey Romero at 0-1. Mikey R. There he is at 0-1. And then we've got next Hanno at 1-0. Hanno at 1-0. Hanno's coming at 1-0. And then we have Potato Stew at 0-2. So potato, the potato, the potato. 0-2. Destiny 5. Destiny 5. 2-2. Chris Peters, 1-1. 1-1 for Chris Peters. And then we have 1-2 for Colin Blackshaw. We have a 0-0 for Sir Rob. It's a conspiracy, says Nick. Ronnie is 0-1. Ronnie is 0-1. I'll know further down the track when I see other people put their scores in. Just a harmless potato. Join in, mate. Join in. We're on Southampton versus Everton. The more the merrier. Join in, just a harmless. I hope you are well, sir. It'd be good. Just get you in, get him in, just a harmless. And then what I'll do for you and Vindaloo, I can roll back. So join, just a harmless. Join. Kuba's going for 1-2. I believe he's got a 1-2. Yep, 1-2. So the only people I'm missing at the moment is Paul G and Ryan G. I have to go looking for Ryan again. Is Ryan like just wanting me to chase him? It looks like he does. Ryan wants me to chase him. I think Rob might be the only one getting points on this one. You love it, really. Feel sorry for you now, Vindaloo. Go on then. Hello, big up, Jose. Yeah, just a harmless potato. Join in, sir. Join in. It'd be good to get your prediction. And Ryan G, if you're about, it'd be good to get your prediction. 2-2 for Ryan G. Ryan G. Paul G. Right, so Paul G, I'm missing yours on Forest West Ham, Paul. You didn't give me a Forest West Ham. Oh, you did. 1-2 and 0-0. I've caught you now. Thank you, Paul. I've absolutely skipped that comment. I'm glad you told me. We're up to date. Just waiting on Just a Harmless if he's going to join the fun. Is Just a Harmless going to join the fun or not? Go on. Southampton, Everton, Just a Harmless potato. Yay? Nay? If you let me know, I know whether to stay or move on. Like I said, I'm happy to roll back for you and Vindaloo because Vindaloo's only coming on this game as well. So I can always roll back and ask you the scores. Looks like I'm not getting a comment back from Just the Harmless Spud. Okay. Not getting a comment back. Ooh, don't know what I've done wrong to Just Harmless Spud. Wolves Crystal Palace, everyone. Wolves Crystal Palace. It should be interesting. What people got for this one. What do you give a sick lemon? Is what Vindaloo's asking. And what I'm going to say is you give them a sick cauliflower. Because a sick lemon is Lego head And cauliflower's sick. He's injured and he's out. So would you give a sick lemon? You give him a sick cauliflower. Don't know how funny that one was. But yeah, we'll go with it. Sick lemon, sick cauliflower. So Lego head's the sick lemon and cauliflower is calafiori, being sick and being out of the game. Right, we start with the first person in was Graham at 2-1. Graham at 2-1. Right, we have Graham. We have liftoff on this game. Drooler in at 2-1. Do you know what? These spreadsheets are going to get blighted by 2-1s. Nita 2-2. Nita's back in the trend. Oh, sorry, the last game. Sorry, I haven't given my score yet. Southampton 0, Everton 2 is what Jose has gone for. So Nita is Ryan G is 2-1. Ryan G's going for a home victory. Go on, Ryan. 2-1 to Ryan. This 2-1 conspiracy continues. Ed M's 2-1. What is it with all these 2-1s? Ed M 2-1. Lee Wiz 3-2. Lee Wiz 3-2. I'll find the Wiz. There he is. And then we've gone on to Ed M. Did I put Ed M's in at 2-1? I certainly have. And then we have Jesse, another one at 2-1. This 2-1 is catching. Gonna have to get a fucking medication for this 2-1 business. Alan is 1-1. Alan is 1-1. James loves Spurs 2-1. Another 2-1er. This is becoming like a pandemic. Big Bad John 3-1. Big Bad John 3-1. Sir Rob 2-1. 2-1 for Sir Rob. Potato Stew 2-1. David Clark 2-1. Who did I say? Potato Stew 2-1 as well. David Clark 2-1. Where's Potato? He's up there. Potato. 2-1. But someone broke the mold there. And Gus Parker is going for 0-2. Ooh, Gus is on his own at the moment with an away victory. On the moment. Daniel Coy's 2-0. Dan Coy's is going for a 2-0. He's bucked the trend. Vindaloo 2-1, which I've got. Carl Simpson 2-1. Carl is going for 2-1. 2-1 to Carl. Chris Peters is 1-0. Chrissy P is 1-0 with Chris. Can't forget Chris. Chris 1-0. Richard is 2-3, I believe. Richard's gone 2-3. 2-3. Colin has gone. Colin 2-2. Colin 2-2. And Side Dancer 3-0. Spurs Diehards, Adrian 2-0. And then we have I've got Mikey Romero's coming at 2-0. Good afternoon, Anthony. I hope you're well, sir. Anthony's going backwards and starting with the other games. So 1-2 for Anthony. Anthony's going for his beloved Arsenal to win, even though the beloved Arsenal have loads of defensive injuries. And Mr. Gordon and Mr. Isaac are back for the match. Liverpool versus Brighton. You're going 2-0. There's only 2 scores that you're giving me, Anthony. Leicester 2-2. Okay, it's Leicester 2-2. Right, so I have Mikey Romero. Destiny 2-1. Destiny 5-2-1. Right, so at the moment, unless I've not seen them, have I got a score for Ron? Yeah, Ronnie's 2-1. And then I'm missing Hanno, Kuva, and Paul G, and Lord Rodney. So, Hanno, Paul G. to go back up and look at this list. 2-1. 2-1 for Kuba. So we have Kuba's scoring here. Right, so I'm going to have to go back and look. So who am I missing? I'm missing Hanno, Paul G, and Lord Rodney. Hanno, Paul G, and Lord Rodney. Let me go back and have a look. See if I missed them. Hanno, Paul G, Lord Rodney. Hanno, Paul G, Lord Rodney. Hanno, Paul G, Lord Rodney. Hanno, 1-1. Hanno, 1-1. So it's Lord Rodney and Paul G I'm missing on this game. And Anthony, I need your score for this game as well. And then I'm up to date. I've got all yours, Anthony. So Wolves Crystal Palace, please, Anthony. And then you're up to date. 2-1. 2-1. Right. So the only people I'm missing. No, we haven't got to Tottenham yet. You'll have to wait, Anthony, because I'm not jumping now. We've caught up. Lord Rodney's got me 2-1. So the only person I'm missing for this score at Wolves Crystal Palace is Paul G. I've gone for Ryan. You want to hear my score, Ryan? Ryan, do you want to know what I've predicted? And I did all mine before the show, so there's nothing that's done. I'm not doing them off the cuff. I've done them just before the show started. Ryan, would you like to know what score I've gone for? And Paul G, if you're about, I need your score for Wolves Palace. I guess Ryan's not interested in what Jose's got to say about Wolves and Crystal Palace today. Only if you're bothered about what I think, Ryan. You might not be bothered about what I think. No, yay. Anthony, I'm not jumping. I'm not jumping scores, mate. I'm still on this Wolves versus Crystal Palace. Right. Anthony, just to let you know, we have 4 bonus games in the FA Cup to do after these 10. And unless you're here, you won't be able to get them in because you don't know what they are yet. Right. I've not heard back from Paul G. Right. My score for Wolves versus Crystal Palace is Wolves 2, Crystal Palace 0. 2-0 to Wolves. Anthony, I've got your Premiership ones, but we're doing 4 bonus games in the FA Cup. So unless you don't want to take part in that, then it's fine. I've got 10 scores for you. But then that means that you miss out on the 4. Yeah, on the 4 games after. But yeah, I've gone for Wolves 2, Crystal Palace 0. Paul G is not put a score in yet, but Paul G will catch up. The next game I'm moving to is Tottenham versus Aston Villa. Yeah, Ryan, the thing that I've gone for is that without Eze creating for them, and Adam Wharton's out for them as well, isn't he? So it's Eze's out, Adam Wharton's out, and without that, I just think they lose a lot of creativity. So therefore, that's the reason why I've gone that way. I've got it easy. So Kuva's the first one in at 3-2 to Tottenham for Kuva. Kuva can see goals. 3-2 to Tottenham. 2-1 for Graham to Tottenham. This should be interesting. Spurs GCTV. Spurs GCTV. 2-1. Got there we go. You're in. Then we have Drula 3-1. Drew la la. Drew la 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 la. Drew la 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 la. Hanno is going at 2-all. Hanno showing no love today again. Hanno secretly loves Tottenham. Gus 2-1. Cert of the weekend. Werner scores again somehow for Gus. Don't care who scores. A W is a W for me. Always has been, always will be. Lee Wiz 2-2. Lee the Wiz 2-2. Who we got next? Alan 2-1 and Edem 2-1. This 2-1 malarkey, eh? 2-1. Eddie M is 2-1. Jesse's also 2-1. Cole Simpson's also 2-1. This 2-1 pandemic is sweeping the near shan. The near shan is being swept by this 2-1. 2-1. Again, Cole Simpson 2-1. Well, we got after Cole Simpson, we've got Dan Coy's 3-1 and Nita 3-2. Anybody that's watching at the moment that hasn't partaken, you are more than welcome to partake. If you are a subscriber, then I will definitely take your scores. Always welcoming the new players or people that have done it for the first time. Points can be accumulated quite quickly, so you can play catch up. And we have bonus weeks as well, which means that you get catch ups, so that you can get catch ups on that as well. So, right, we have a 1-0, 4-1 for Mikey R. Mikey Romero, 4-1. 1-0 for Rodney Trotter. 3-2, you're strong at home, says Vindaloo. Vindaloo's been watching a lot of Tottenham because he knows that Tottenham is strong at home. So he's gone 3-2. Colin Blackshaw, Side Dancer are both gone for 2-1. There's a theme with these 2-1s. And Colin Blackshaw has also gone 2-1. And then after that, we've got David Clark, 3-2. David Clark, 3-2. And then we have Richard, 3-1. Richard, 3-1. Chris Peters is going for 2-1. Another 2-1er. My spreadsheet's full of 2-1s for every game, near enough. Ryan G, 3-2. He's broken the mold, Ryan G, going 3-2. Rob Belcher, 1-1. And James Love Spurs, 2-0. Rob, 1-0. Right, so Rob's at 1-0. Big Bad John, 2-1. And then you also have Ronnie at 2-1. Have we got anything more there? Destiny 5, 3-1. That's Destiny 5 there. 3-1. Have I got everybody? I have got everybody. I don't have Adrian and the potato. Or did the potato? No, the potato's gone for 3-1. So I've got the potatoes at 3-1. Adrian and Paul G. Have I got Adrian's and I've just missed it? I may have done because there's quite a few people in here. David Clark, Adrian. Can I see Adrian anywhere? No, Adrian is definitely missing at the moment. 3-1. Adrian comes in at 3-1. All right, Jose. For Tottenham Aston Villa, Jose has predicted 3-1. Right, Matty's saying I'm popping in to say hi, but we'll post my predictions and comments in a few hours. Right, Matty, you might have to watch back the show towards the end because we've got 4 bonus games to predict, and they're all in the FA Cup. One of the games kicks off tonight, so if you don't want to miss out on the extra points, you're going to have to roll back and watch towards the end to see what the 4 games are, because I've not announced them. There's no point in me announcing it because otherwise I'll get no one to watch the show. All right, so I don't know if you want to do it, but you can always start with Tottenham versus Aston Villa, Matty. So I've got one of your scores in. If you want, that is up to you, though. Let me see. Right, so Tottenham, Aston Villa. I don't know. Did I give everyone my prediction? I've gone for Tottenham 3, Aston Villa 1. Yeah, so I've gone for 3-1. Right, next game we move swiftly on is Manchester United versus Chelsea. Manchester United versus Chelsea. What say you guys? Cougars come straight in at 4-4. Two, 3. 2-1 for Adrian. 2-1 for Adrian. Edem is at 3-all in this one. God, some people see some people see goals. Hanno 0-3. Hanno, I believe that is wishful thinking. But who might know? Am I above you? Oh yeah, I am above you, so maybe I might be in a position to part influence to others. So Rob's game for 2-1. I got Rude at the helm, mate. Rude at the helm. He got a fantastic result. 2-3 for Alan. Rude at the helm. They probably understand Rudy's English might be a bit better than Ten Hag's. Who knows? And they might be a bit more understandable. He might be less complicated. Who knows? I mean, I don't know what's happening in Man United's dressing room, but it might be less complicated in the instructions that he gives out. Nita 3-2. Nita 3-2. But I suppose it all depends on what kind of midfield they put out, because it's always Man United's midfield over the last few years have been so easy to break forward over. Carl is going 3-2 as well. These people can see goals, man. 3-2. 3-2 for Carl. 3-2 for Richard. 3-2 for Richard. Big John 1-3. Jesse 1-3. Jesse 1-3. Big John 1-3. And then we have Colin at 3-all. Colin at 3-all. Chris Peters is going for 1-2. Chris Peters 1-2. Vindaloo's gone for 3-2. So 3-2 for Vindaloo. David Clark 2-all. Side Dancer 4-all. 4-all for Sai. 2-2 for David Clark. 2-0 Potato Stew. 3-all Rodney Trotter. 2-0 Potato Stew. Where are you, Potato? Potato there. 2-0. Lord Rodney 3-all. Lord Rodney 3-all. James Love Spurs 2-3. 2-3 1-3 for Mikey. 1-3 for Mikey. 2-1 for Ronnie. 2-1 for Ronnie. 1-2 for Ryan. Ryan 1-2. Phil Coys is here. Good afternoon, Phil. Don't worry, Phil, because I'll roll back because there's other people that joined late, so I can roll back. But for the time being, nice to have you here, Phil. And you're coming in with a 2-all draw for this one. Right, Phil Coyes is coming in with a 2-all draw for this one. 2-2. Ryan G 1-2, which I think I'd got. Right, Dan Coyes is missing. Dan Coyes is the only person I'm missing. I have to roll back to see whether I can find him. No, it's not me. Dan Coyes is definitely missing. Right. Dan is someone I'm missing at the moment. So what we'll do is we shall move on. Right, Phil Coyes moving up one. There we go for Phil. Right, the last game in the Premiership for this weekend is going to be. Last prediction of the weekend for the Premiership is Fulham versus Brentford. Stupid dogs barking. They're just stupid. Right, Drula 1-2. Right, I have Drula at 1-2 on this game. We have Cooper at 3-2. Nita at 1-all. 1-1 for Nita. 2-2 for Graham. 2-2 for Graham. 1-2 for Sir Rob. 1-2 for Sir Rob. 1-all for Gus. 2-1 for Jess. 2-1 for Jess. We have Jess. A Daigle for Alan. Daigle for Alan. Edem 3-2. Edem 3-2. Destiny 2-2. That's Hanno, so that's Destiny. Destiny 2-2. Carl Simpson 3-1. Carl Simpson 3-1. Big John 2-1. Big John 2-1. Colin Blackshaw 1-2. Colin Blackshaw 1-2. Lee Wiz 2-2. Lee Wiz 2-2. James 2-1. Ryan G 3-1. Ryan G 3-1. Ange Ball starting out Fulham Brentford, mate, and I'll roll back for you afterwards, all right? Oh, you're doing the Chelsea one first. Ange Ball, let me just add Ange Ball into this. Right, let me just add Ange Ball, and Ange Ball's giving me 3 scores, so I might as well stick Ange Ball's as in. Although Ange Ball, I am going to go back to the games as well, yeah, just to let you know, I am going back to the games because there's a few people that have come in late, and I will go back to the games for them. So you will not miss out, Ange Ball. 2-1 Fulham. Where's he going back to? 2-1 Fulham. Okay, so Angeball, you're up to date with that one then. I will roll back for you, Angeball, so I ain't got a problem at all. Lord Rodney's 1-2. Lord Rodney is 1-2. Potato Stew's 1-2. Spurs Diehards is 1-2. Adrian is also 1-2, we said. Adrian is 1-2. Hanno is 2-1. Hanno 2-1. Richard is 1-2. I believe Richard's gone for 1-2. No, Richard's gone for 1-all. Sorry, Richard 1-all. Ronnie is 2-3. Ronnie, that's Mikey. 2-3 with Ronnie. Mikey's 2-1. And then Dan Coy's 2-1. Right, Dan, I missed your prediction for the previous game, mate, which was Manchester United Chelsea. Unless you've already put it in and I haven't got down to it yet. 2-1. Vindaloo's game was 3-1. So Vindaloo's 3-1. Man United 1-all. Okay, so I've got your scores. So you're done, Dan. You're in. You're up to date. Come on. Right, so side dancer 1-2, Chris Peters 2-all. Side dancer 1-2, Chris Peters 2-2. Right, am I missing anyone on this one? Yes. David Clark and Phil Coys. David Clark and Phil Coys. Let me go back and check because I might have just missed them. David Clark's going 1-2. Okay, so I've got David Clark. Phil Coys, what are you saying, mate? You've come in with 1. What's your other one, Phil? What's your score for this game, Phil? Let me know. Right, don't know where Phil Coys has gone. If he comes back in. Phil Coys, last shout, and Paul G's not been here for 4. Okay. We move on. Tonight's FA Cup game, which is a bonus game, is Tamworth versus Huddersfield. Tamworth versus Huddersfield is tonight's it's the first bonus game from the FA Cup. Tamworth versus Huddersfield. No, in a hype, I can roll back, mate. You're all right. You're cool. Just start now in a hype, and I can roll back. Yeah, it's not a problem at all because there are a few people I need to roll back for. So in a hype, start with this bonus game, and then I'll roll back for you later in a hype. This game will be interesting, I think. Hannah, you haven't missed a game, mate. Right, let's go and start. So Jesse started the ball rolling with 1-3. Side dancers going 1-4. Drula 1-2. A lot of away victories for this one. What's going on? 1-2. Alan Rakdos is 0-2. All right. Carl Simpson's gone 1-3 for Carl. Raw is going for a 2-all draw. Colin Blackshaw's going for 0-2. Ed M's going for 1-3. Nita is going for 1-2. I saw she changed it to 1-2. So I'm going to put you in 1-2 now, Nita. Ryan G's going for 0-3. What have people been doing their homework on these or something? Because everyone's gone for an away score. Mikey Romero's also gone on away. Spurs GCTV's gone 0-2. So Graham's also gone for the away victory. Big John and Lee Wiz have all gone for 1-3. Big John's gone for 1-3. Lee Wiz has also gone for 1-3. Ange Ball 0-3. No, it doesn't have to be a result. It can be a draw, but then it might go to penalties. But it's only the score after 90 minutes that counts. Ange Ball is 0-3. So it's just the score after 90 minutes because whether they go to penalties extra time, they won't count. It's just 90 minutes. Tamworth 0-3 to Destiny as well. Destiny 5-0-3. Three 3-2 for Hanno. He's bucking the trend. He's gone to Tamworth at 3-2. James loves Spurs 0-3. James loves Spurs 0-3. Vindaloo 1-2. Vindaloo 1-2. How did I miss a game? No, you haven't missed a game. In hype, I've got yours at 2. Rob Belcher is 0-2. So Rob is coming in at 0-2. David Clark's going in for 1-3. Potato Stew 2-2. It's 90 minutes. It ain't no extra time. So what's your score, Potato? 2-2 or 2-3 is what you're going to have to tell me. 2-2 or 2-3? Adrian's going for 1-2. Lord Rodney 0-3. Gus 1-3. Zero three. Daniel 0-3. Ronnie 0-2. One 3 for Kuva. Potato is 2-all. Potato is 2-all. And is that the lot? Chris Peters. James loves Spurs. And Phil Coys. So who am I missing? I'm missing Phil Coys, James loves Spurs, and Chris Peters, which no doubt they may have put them in, I just missed them. So let me go back and look. Unless they've left the show completely. James loves Spurs has gone for 0-3. Found you, James, 0-3. Right. Chris Peters now I'm looking for. So I'm looking for Chris Peters. and Phil Coyes. Chris Peters and Phil Coyes. Chris Peters, Phil Coyes. Let me up and down again. Right, not sure what's happening with Chris Peters and Phil Coyes. So we're going to have to move on to the next one. I'm not sure what's happened to them both. I've gone for... What have I gone for in this game? I've gone for Tamworth 0, Huddersfield 3. So Tamworth 0, Huddersfield 3. Right, the next game that we're going for is tomorrow's match between Curzon Ashton and Mansfield. So this is a Saturday game in the FA Cup. Curzon Ashton versus Mansfield. Hoover first in. Jesse 1-2. One, 2 for Adrian. 0-2 for Colin. Edem 1-0. Edem at 1-0. Gus is going 3-2. Carl's going 1-2. Carl's gone 1-2. Drew Latter's gone 1-2. Who do I have next? Lewis Yeah, Drewler, you got it bang on. The dogs were barking and they're all going mad, so I had to mute it. So you're quite right. But I've caught up with the scores. I'm missing Phil Coy's, who'll be still playing, which he hasn't for the last couple. Hanno. And I'm missing the last two from Chris Peters. So let me see if I've got Hanno and Chris Peters here. There is definitely no Hanno and Chris Peters, unless they're doing them right late. Hanno's 0-2, so that's why I was right. So Chris Peters is missing at the moment. So that's Hanno. Right, I'm going for Curzon Ashton 0, Mansfield 4 is what I'm going for. And the next game is Sunday FA Cup game between Harrogate Town and Wrexham. Harrogate Town and Wrexham. Kuba's first in with 0-2. Where's Kuba Bear? Kuba 0-2 for Kuba. This is where them two superstar actors influence people. 1-4 for Jesse. 3-1 for Hanno. 3-1 for Hanno. 0-3 for Side Dancer. 0-3 for Side Dancer. And then we have 0-4 for Destiny. Destiny 0-4. 1-3 for Carl. 1-3. 1-4 for Gus. 1-4 for Gus. 1-3 for James. 0-3 for Colin Blackshaw. 1-3 for Edem. 1-2 for Spurs Diehards. 1-3 for Lee. 1-3. Angeball. 1-3. Two 0 for Richard. 1-3 for Vindaloo. There's Vindaloo up there. 1-3 for Vindaloo. 0-3 for Dan Coys. 1-2 for Spurs DCTV. 1-0 for Potato Stew. Oh, where's Potato? Up here. 1-0 for Potato Stew. 1-3 for Sir Rob. Where's Sir Rob? 1-3 for Sir Rob. 1-3 for Alan. It's Ronnie, so that's 1-3 for Alan here. Mikey's 1-3. Ronnie's 1-4. 1, 4. Mikey 1, 3. Lord Rodney 1, 2. Lord Rodney 1, 2. And Harrogate Neil 2 for Inner Hype. Nita 0, 2. Um, 1, 4 for David Clark. So we still have no Chris Peters, I don't think. Start now, Tot Spurs, because we've got extra games. So if you don't start now, I can re-roll us back as well, Tot Spurs, because there are other people that are late. You might as well start now because we've got 4 bonus games. So you may as well start now if you want. I'm missing Chris Peters, and I am missing. So Paul G's not been here for a while. Yeah, so it's just Chris Peters if he's not here for the time being. Right. So moving on to the next game. Or 1-3. So Tot Spurs has jumped in with a 1-3. Let me just get Tot Spurs in. Hope you're well, Daz. Hope you're well, mate. 1-3 for Tot Spurs, who's last year's winner. Or last year's champion. And is the person that's climbed up the table in the last 2 weeks. Rapidly. In all competitions. It's gone for 1-3. Right, the last bonus game of the weekend is the FA Cup game, which is on Monday night. And the FA Cup game on Monday night, there's only one game on Monday night, so it's the easiest one that you could have looked up, because I did tell people that we were going to do it for one game for each day. But the last game of the weekend in the FA Cup is Chesham versus Lincoln. Chesham versus Lincoln. And Kuba's gone in at 1-2. 1-3 for Jess. 1-3 for Jess. That's not Jess, is it? That's not Jess. This is the next one down. Right, 1-3 for Jess. 1-3 for Colin Blackshaw. Oh, sorry, I went for Harrogate nil, Wrexham 3, by the way. Where am I? Colin Blackshaw 1-3. Sorry, I'm losing myself. 1-3. Colin Blackshaw's gone in at 1-3. Hanno 1-2. Spurs diehards. Adrian 1-2. Lee Wiz 1-4. 1-4 for Carl as well. James loves Spurs 1-3. James loves Spurs 1-3. Drula 0-3. Drula 0-3. And then we've got 0-1 Side Dancer, 0-2 Edem, and Spurs GCTV. No, thank you, Jesse, for being here. Thank you, and I hope everything's well, and all the very best from me to you. Big John 0-3. Raw Richard 1-2. Gus 03. Tot Spurs 1-2. 1-2 for Daz. Nita 1-2. Mikey Romero 1-3. Vindaloo 1-all. Vindaloo 1 apiece. Potato Stew 1-all. Rob Belcher 2-4. Inner Hype 2-1. Inner Hype 2-1. Destiny 1-3. Destiny 1-3. Of course, I'm very familiar with these two teams. Alan's got the 0-2. Bit of tongue in cheek from Alan there. Alan, I don't think all the teams are known to everybody that's playing this today, even though people live in this country. Ronnie 0-4. 1-2 for David Clark. And am I missing anyone at the moment? I am missing. I'll get to it, but I've got Dan Coys, Ryan G, Lord Rodney, I think, at the moment, but I've still got more. Right, Ryan G, Dan Coys. Why have I missed you guys? Right, I've missed you guys because you haven't put anything in there. So I'm looking for Lord Rodney, Ryan G, and Dan Coys. One 3 for Ryan G. So I found you, Ryan G. So I got you. 1-3. So it's Dan Coys and Lord Rodney at the moment for this score. 1-2 for Rodney. So it's Dan Coys I'm missing. Dan says he did it. Hold on, Dan. Let me just have a look check for you, and I'll find you. Daniel Coys. Oh, why am I not seeing it? Right, I can't see it, Dan, anywhere. Fucking, it must be my site that's playing me up if you've done it and I haven't seen it. Anthony, I've got your scores, mate, but there are 4 extra games. This is one of the 4, Anthony. So Chesham versus Lincoln. We've got 4 spares. We've got 4 bonus games. And I was saying it to you earlier. I've got your 10 Premiership, but we've got 4 bonus games that you can score points on. And that's Chesham versus Lincoln being one of them. Thank you, Dan. Got yours, mate. I'm happy to roll back, but you might as well start with this Chesham versus Lincoln, Anthony. Chesham Lincoln, Anthony. Lord Rodney's coming at 1-2. I think, did I get, I've got yours, Lord Rodney. Right. I can't repeat myself 7 times. So, Anthony, I'm going to move on, mate, because otherwise I'm going to lose the people. Right. So, this is for, okay, Tamworth 0, Huddersfield 3. Tamworth 0, Huddersfield 3. All right. I'll have to come back to it. Right. So Vindaloo, Phil Coys, Ange Ball, Inner Hype, Tot Spurs. Speaking to you guys at the moment. I'm speaking to you guys at the moment. Newcastle versus Arsenal, please, people. So again, shit, these dogs. Hotspurs, Inner Hype, Ange Ball, Phil Coyes, Vindaloo. I need the score for this game from you guys. Phil Coyes, Ange Ball, Inner Hype. Okay, so now it's just Ange Ball I'm waiting on. Newcastle, Arsenal. Same 4 players. I need your scores for Bournemouth, Man City. Hotspurs and 1-3. Anthony, I've got all your scores now, mate, I think. Don't forget, people, that if you're in the other competitions, don't forget to get your Predict the Prem in and stuff like that. 2-1 for Vindaloo in this game. Don't forget to do your Predict the Prem and do your Fantasy Premier League. Your games start tomorrow, so you've got a bit of time, but better late than never unless you miss out tomorrow. In a hype, I'm waiting on you, sir. 1-4. Lovely. Right, the same 4 people again. I need your scores on Ipswich versus Leicester for the same 4 people. 2-1 home victory. Ansball 1-2 for City, yeah. Vindaloo's going 3-2. Inner Hype's gone for 1-1. Ansball's going 2-1. Right, same 4 people again. Liverpool versus Brighton, please. Start now, mate. Start now, Matty. Liverpool versus Brighton. Matty, it's easier to start now, mate. Matty, as we're doing that, Matty, the first game for you is Newcastle Arsenal, Matty. So, top Spurs. Right, second game for you, Matty, is Bournemouth Man City. Johnny, start now, mate. Start now. Bournemouth Man City, mate. Matty's going for 1-3. Johnny's going for 1-2. Right, Johnny, just for you, mate. Just because I'm going to do these in order. So just for you, Johnny, I need Newcastle Arsenal, please, mate. Right, the next game is just for Matty and Johnny. And the next game for Matty and Johnny is Ipswich versus Leicester. If anyone's watching that hasn't partaken yet, I'm more than happy to take your scores and put you in, but you have to be a subscriber, I'm afraid, on this one show, because it's a lot of work to do, and I'll only do it for subscribers that watch the show. Matty's gone for 1-1, and Johnny's gone for 1-2. Right, this is for Johnny only. For Johnny only, this game, next game is Liverpool versus Brighton, and that's just for you, Johnny. And then we're up to date. Johnny's going for 1-1. And the next game we've got, and this is for Vindaloo, Angeball, Inner Hype, Totspurs, Matty, and Johnny. For all of you, it's Forest versus West Ham, please. One, 2 for Totspurs. 1-1 for Matty. 1-2 for Johnny. Vasco, I know you're late, but don't worry about it, son. I hope you're well. 2-2 for Vindaloo. Vindaloo, you're done, mate. I've got all your scores, Vindaloo. You're in. Inner Hype, 2-1. So I'm now waiting on Angeball. Angeball, you still about? Angeball's going for 2-1. Thank you, Angeball. I've got you clear. 2-1. Right, the next game for Angeball, Inner Hype, Totspurs, Matty, and Johnny. All these remaining games are for you guys. When you finish, I'll drop you out. I'll tell you you've done. Right? For Southampton, Everton. Totspurs, 1-2. Matty 0-2. Johnny 1-3. One all for Inner Hype. 1-2 for Angeball. Same people again. Your next game is Wolves versus Crystal Palace. Matty Kushner, 0-3. Tootery with Johnny. Ange Ball, 1-1. Right, Ange Ball, I have all yours, Ange Ball. You're in. You're all done, mate. So I've got yours, Ange Ball. Just waiting on Inner Hype. So Ange Ball, you're all done. Inner Hype. Right. So this next game is for Inner Hype, Hotspurs, Matty and Johnny. And the next game is Tottenham versus Aston Villa. And if you haven't done so already, can you please hit the like button for the stream? It all helps. Fantastic if you can do. But that's probably only if you enjoyed it. If you don't enjoy it, then there's no point in hitting the like button, is there really? So although I do ask for the like, I'm hoping that people do enjoy the show as well. Right, for the same 4 people again, your next game is Man United versus Chelsea, please, people. God, I hope that food goes down. I'll kick off in 2 hours. Tot Spurs 2-2. 8:15 kickoff for me tonight. 2-2. Johnny Bethnal Green 3-1. Matty Cush 3-2. So Inner Hype. What are you saying, Inner Hype? It's Inner Hype score. Up to you, Inner Hype. What are you saying, mate? Man United Chelsea. Oh, dogs. Piercing. Right. Same 4 people again. Fulham versus Brentford. One, 2 for Tot Spurs. 1-3 for Matty. 1-2 with Johnny BG. And then we've got Inner Hype. Inner Hype, you're now done, mate. I've got all yours. So we move on to 3 people left. And that is for Tot Spurs, Matty and Johnny Bethnal Green. The first bonus game of the week is tonight's FA Cup game between Tamworth and Huddersfield. Tamworth versus Huddersfield. Right, sorry. So we've got 0-2 for Johnny, 1-3 for Matty, and 0-1 for Hotspurs. Right. So the next game for you three people is the second FA Cup game being played tomorrow. So we've got a game a day. So tomorrow's game between Curzon Ashton and Mansfield, please, for the three of you. 1-2 for Matty. 0-3 for Johnny. 1-2. Right. Guy, top Spurs, you're done. So the last two games for the last two people, for Johnny and Matty, are Sunday's game between Harrogate and Wrexham. Mikey Ramirez saying JBG's in the building. Matty's going for a 0-5. And Johnny's going for a 0-2. And the last game of the weekend, the last bonus game of the weekend, is Monday night's game in the FA Cup between Chesham and Lincoln. And that's for Matty, and JBG. So Chesham versus Lincoln. No, Daz, you take care, mate. Thank you very much for coming here. And I wish you a blinding weekend with you and your family, mate. Yeah. 2-2 for Mikey. For Matty. And 1-1 for JBG. 1-1 for JBG. Good luck and all. Thank you, Jose. No, Driller, God bless you. Thank you very much for being here. Before you leave, as you're leaving, can you hit the like button if you've enjoyed the show? If not, then I'm debating whether to do a show tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. I've got Ellie and Ash on Sunday morning at 9 o'clock, and then the predictions results show, because the games go on to Monday night and I'm away with work. It might be that I do the results show a bit later. It might be a bit later that I end up doing the results show next week. So the results show could be Wednesday or it could be Thursday next week. It all depends on work, but I'm away with work. So great show with Sava, by the way, Jose. Yeah, I do one a week with him now, Daz. I do one a week. It's a premiere that we do, and it comes out on a Thursday, where we just talk about the recent events. We don't go into historical. Well, I don't go into historical. I just talk about recent events, and at the end of the day, it's just a different opinion to, we've all got different opinions, and Sava likes to get different people on to his shows and offer up a different opinion. So yeah, I much enjoyed Thursday's show. It's made a bit easier because we had a victory the night before on the Thursday show. So by the end of the day, it is what it is. But thank you very much. So thank you for your support, everyone. I wish, like I said, I wish every one of you a really, really good weekend, and I hope you have, you do whatever you find comfortable in doing, and you have a pleasant weekend. Just look out for when I'm going to next be back on. I've got other people appearing on the channel, which is good. So you've got Ash, as I said, you've got Ash and Ellie definitely on Sunday morning. So as with always, I'm going to say to everyone, come on, you Spurs, and in the big hands, I trust. Peace, love to all of you. Have a great weekend. Thank you.